So let's talk about a company that's making some serious waves in the world of personal armor. Premier Graphene just dropped a major announcement, and it could honestly change the game for defense technology. We're going to break down exactly what's happening.
Okay, so here's the big headline right up front. Premier Graphene is in the final stages of a huge military contract with a Latin American nation for their next-gen armor. And listen, this isn't just talk or some future possibility. This deal is happening, and it's happening soon.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of this military deal. Then, we'll look at the armor itself, the product that got them here. After that, we'll see how this single win is already opening up more doors, what the company's long-term play is with graphene, and finally, we'll dig into the core mission that drives them.
First up, let's talk about the deal itself. How exactly is this massive contract coming together? And this isn't some long, drawn-out process. I mean, look at this timeline. It is moving incredibly fast. We're talking about military budget approval in just the next 2 to 3 weeks, a preliminary contract by the end of this month, and the formal signing right after that. Things are happening, and they're happening now. Now, this is a really smart detail you don't want to miss. The whole operation, from making the armor to getting it delivered, is set up specifically to avoid any U.S. tariffs. So this isn't just a technological achievement. It's a savvy business strategy from day one, built to maximize profit. So, you might be asking, how did Premier Graphene even get to this point? Well, it all boils down to one thing: a fantastic product that absolutely crushed its trials. And this is really the key to the whole thing. The armor didn't just pass the military's tests, it hit every single requirement perfectly, and then, get this, it actually exceeded what they were expecting. That's how you land a major contract. And here it is. This is the actual piece of gear we're talking about. A standalone ballistic-resistant plate. This isn't just an idea on a screen. It's a real, certified piece of equipment that blew military officials away. So what does NIJ Level 4 actually mean? For anyone who's not deep in the weeds on this stuff, it's a seriously high standard. We're talking about armor that can stop powerful, armor-piercing rifle rounds. This is the real deal, top-of-the-line personal protection. The positive feedback didn't stop at just stopping bullets, though. Of course, testing confirmed its strength and quality. It proved reliable every step of the way, but also exceeded comfort standards, which, if you've ever worn body armor, you know is a huge deal. The end result? All these successes meant the military came back and asked for an even bigger order than they originally planned. You know, when you have a success this big, word gets around. This first deal is basically acting as a launch pad, and now the company is shifting from focusing on one deal to handling interest from all over. Okay, check out this number, 12. That's the number of additional island nations that have started asking about this technology after hearing about the successful tests. It's a classic ripple effect in action. One big win is already turning into many more opportunities. And that number 12, well, that's not even the full picture. Interest is also popping up from other military branches within that first Latin American country. Plus, a whole new inquiry just came in from a Central American country. The momentum is definitely building. Of course, you can't pull off something this big on your own. It takes a solid team. Premier Graphene has HGI Industrial Technologies handling the manufacturing. And, in a pretty unique setup, they've got financial backing from a nonprofit, the Epidemiologic Solutions Corporation, which is helping them scale up their operations. All right, so we've talked about the now, but what about what's next? This is where the company's name, Premier Graphene, really comes into play. They're thinking way beyond just the armor plates they have today. They have a super clear plan. Right now, they've got this amazing non-graphene armor that's a proven winner. But the next step, that's when they bring in their secret sauce, graphene-enhanced gear. And looking even further out, they're talking about creating garments with location tracking built right in. That's a huge leap forward in both safety and strategy. And trust me, they are not thinking small. I mean, look at the kind of organizations they're aiming to partner with. We're talking SpaceX, NASA, and both the U.S. Air Force and the Space Force. They're shooting for the stars, literally. So to wrap things up, let's zoom out a bit and look at the big picture. What's really driving this company? What's their mission? This quote from the company's president, Pedro Mendez, really says it all. The words that jump out to me are ready, capable, and scalable. He's making it crystal clear that they've built a system that's designed for rapid growth. It's a powerful statement of their confidence and their capability. And at the very core of it all is this really cool mission. They're not just making advanced tech, they're doing it in a way that's actually sustainable. Sourcing their high-performance graphene from industrial hemp, that's a brilliant mix of cutting-edge science and environmental responsibility.
Which kind of leaves us with this final question, right? Premier Graphene has a proven product right now, and they've laid out a wildly ambitious plan for the future. So, as the world keeps demanding stronger, lighter, smarter materials, you have to wonder, is this the company that's finally going to bridge that gap between the protection we have today and the incredible technology we're going to depend on tomorrow?